So it is a new year, and every year I like to go to the eBay subscription fees page and figure out, am I at the current subscription that I should be at, the one that's most beneficial for me and the most cost effective. And you guys have been asking how to tell and which one you should have, so I thought I would just come on and share this with you. I used to do a spreadsheet. I used to actually share one, but things have changed so much that I kind of deleted that and had to start over. So I'm just going to make a new one today with the stuff that we're probably going to need. So let's get diving into the spreadsheet. What should we call this? eBay store subscription calculator. We'll do that. We'll put that here. Okay, we will half and half these screens here to make things a little easier for us. Okay, yeah, that's great. So, first thing we are going to need to do... Hey you guys, it's Cayley, future editing Cayley. I needed to take a moment to pause this video and show you some things real quick about the subscription fees, because the numbers that I'm going to be working off of and building the spreadsheet for are the most cost effective. And if you opt in for an annual subscription, meaning you commit to an entire year, there is a discount for that. And that is what I'm building the spreadsheet on. But if you decide you want to use the spreadsheet later for the monthly rates, which are slightly higher, all you need to do is go in and change the line where it says how much the subscription fees cost. So you can go in and build this to suit your needs. But back into today's video, but I did want to do a disclaimer that everything I'm building is based on the most cost-effective annual fees as seen on this slide. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to start by lining this up with how many different store subscriptions we have. So this is the starter store. This is the basic store. Premium store. Anchor and Enterprise. Man, I don't know that anybody's going to be at Enterprise, but we will see. Anchor, store, and Enterprise store. Okay, so cost per month to have is going to be $29. My gosh, can you imagine having this store? That's so crazy. Someday. And $4.95. Okay, and then we are going to need to know, so on this video, I'm strictly just going to be doing, as far as like listing fees go, what it takes to list and to sell. I don't want to like include any possible premium like upgraded listings, like promoted listings, or any other fees associated other than how many items you have, how much you intend to list at any given time, and how much it's going to cost you to list those items. So that's really all we are looking at today. So first thing we need to do, each store comes with free listings each month. So we'll do that. Free listings. We'll just assume everything is per month. How about that? So for the starter store, you get 250 free. For the basic store, you get 1,000. For the premium store, you get 10,000. For the anchor store, you get 25,000 per month. And the enterprise store, you get 100,000. That's a lot. Okay. Next, let's go to how much it's going to cost after your free listings. So insertion fees after free. So it would cost 5 cents per additional listing for the enterprise store. 5 cents here. Is it the same for every? No. Premium store is 10 cents. Basic store is going to be 25 cents, and then it's 30 cents for the starter store. Man, should I have included? I probably should have. Let me insert one. I should have included regular, let's just call it no store. Free listings. Okay, I think I finally found it. I think you get 250 free listings with no store, but your insertion fees are going to be 35 cents, which is slightly larger. So let's select these. There we go. So you do get a little bit of a boost with the starter store. Let's go back here. Now you do get some other things for certain subscriptions, like you might have lower final value fees in certain categories. I'm not going to include that in today's video. You also get on some of them a coupon for eBay branded shipping supplies every quarter. Also not going to include that, strictly just focusing on how much it's going to take to actually list, because that seems to be the biggest difference on if you're going to save money or not. So I think that is all we need for this stuff. So we are going to click out of this. Okay, we're going to create a cell over here called how many listings do you have, because it's going to be the same for every single one. And this should be the only cell I should ever have to edit. So right now I have slightly under, but I have about 5,000 listings. So that's what I'm going to put there. And then here we want to come up with our final cost. Let's just say total cost to list, because there are other factors involved. Okay, so now we need to work on our formula. So let me think about this. So I actually think I had this problem last time where I did not factor in if we had negative values. So I'm going to call this additional listings you have to pay for. Okay, that's going to help us with negative values. So we are going to do, you've got this many listings minus your free listings. Okay, so I've dragged my formula all throughout. The reason I need to make this additional column is because, as you can see, there are negatives here. So if I say I only have 5,000 listings, subtracting the free listing fees, that's how we're getting this negative number. So, okay, I had to go back and look up some Excel formulas to get this to work. But here's the formula if you're an Excel nerd and you want to know how that works. But we need this to say 0 if it goes into a negative number, because obviously you don't have to pay for any negative numbers. So your cost to list is going to be, we'll put this in parentheses, the additional listings that you have to pay for, because remember some of them are free, multiplied by your insertion fees, parentheses, and then plus the cost of the actual store subscription, which is at the top here. And then that should be the formula to get us how much exactly it's going to cost with the amount of listings that we have. And if I drag that out, wow, that is expensive. Over here, this number is blowing my mind right now. So anyways, here with the amount of listings I have is how much it's going to cost me simply to list something, which tells me that I need to be at a premium store right now, which I believe is what I'm on. if you guys would like to use this, I will put this link down below and I will share this in this video so that you can go and plug in your own numbers. You won't be able to edit it. You'll just have to make a copy of the sheet, and that way if things change, if fees change, or the way they charge you changes, you can make adjustments in your own spreadsheet. But this is what this is looking like right now. You can kind of play around with it if you know maybe next month you're bumping up listings and you think you might end up at, let's say, 6,000. Does that change the difference of how much you're going to pay? 6,000, not 60,000. Let's try that again. There you go. So it'll tell you basically when you need to bump up and how much you're paying. So let's see if I can figure out at what point I'm going to have to bump up. It's not 10,000 listings. Let's try 15,000. Oh, yep. Somewhere in the range, somewhere between 10 and 15,000, I'm going to have to change my store subscription. Getting closer. It looks like it's about 13,000. Somewhere between 12 and 13,000, I'm going to have to change to an anchor store. So this is a great way to kind of play around with that and figure out what you need. But again, at the time of making this video, these are the fees for the subscription and like the discounts that you get currently, but this might change in the future. So you're going to want to make sure to keep up with that, but I will put a link down below in the description if you'd like to figure out for yourself where you should be at. But I know that I was really surprised when I first calculated all of this out and realized that I was actually spending a ton more money. I mean, imagine if I were at a basic store right now. That is a difference just to list of almost $1,000 just because I chose to have the wrong store subscription. So pretty eye-opening. I would definitely try this out for yourself. Again, link below in the description. Make sure you are getting the most cost-effective subscription for yourself. And honestly, like a lot of people wonder if it's cheaper to do the no store or the starter store. Obviously, it's going to be cheaper for anything 250 listings or below because you're paying $0. But then after that, let's just say 255, you actually end up saving money very quickly after that 250 mark. So if you have any more than 250 listings in your store at any given time, you are definitely going to save money by moving to a starter store, and I'll let you play around after that with the basic, premium, anchor, and enterprise store. But I thought this was really eye-opening, and I hope that you guys find it helpful. And if you want to build this sheet for yourself using the formulas and the methods that I use, you totally can. But I will make this available to you down below. I don't think I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but I just want to remind everybody that it's not just how much you're listing, it's how much you actually have in your store as well. Every month, those listings renew. So if you currently have 500 listings in your store and you don't sell anything else and you don't list anything else, you're still going to get charged for listing 500 listings every single month by having those in your store because they renew every 30 days. So I hope that makes sense. So make sure you're putting in this cell right here. This is the only one you need to change. How many listings do you currently have in your store? And then you can kind of estimate if you think you're going to bump up some of your listings in the future. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Drop a comment down below if it was.